And we're live.
I see someone.
What's up, guys?
Chat.
Yo.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Second round of the night. So far, we have been trudging through a tomb that's locked underneath this town of people that worship the sun. And they were tasked with getting everything they could find inside and bring it to another location. When we just left off, they found a kind of a tomb behind a secret door and are currently seeing what's inside the coffin.
Yes.
It's a lady, dude.
It's a lady
is.
who looks like she's sleeping.
Mhm.
Did you go get that crown?
Hell no. What do I look like? The help?
You threw it.
I did.
Don't really. Listen, we were just told to bring it back, not resurrect it and bring it back.
Not only did I throw the crown, I broke it, then threw it.
You stole the jewel
As
out of
you
it, and
do.
then you threw away the crown. Just,
Yeah.
oh man, you can't find
Even
good
worse than
help
that, I stole a rock out of it.
yeah.
Not even a jewel.
We're taking her with us too then?
Yeah.
That or the staff she's carrying.
Load her up.
They said to take everything that we find in there, so let's bring
All
her
right,
with
fine.
us.
Let's grab the coffin. Let's go.
How good is this armor that we found laying around? Shiny? And look like decent quality?
It looks like it was pretty good quality at one point. It's a little bit old or rusted or dusty at this. A lot of the leather straps and things are kind of falling apart.
Nah.
It doesn't appear to be the best. Maybe the metal itself's decent. Could be repurposed.
It's a lot of
But,
work.
Yeah,
That's a lot of work for not much payoff.
right.
I'll keep my small rock.
That works.
Yeah.
Are we carrying the lady? Who's carrying the lady?
Volo's carrying the lady.
Volo's not touching any weird
Sleepy
lady in a
ladies.
box.
I can
Volo
try.
has rules.
can try.
I can carry the lady. I'm strong.
Okay.
I'm not too weak either. I got 16, which isn't too bad.
That's what I got. All right, you carry the lady then.
How about we just take the staff the lady has?
Someone else could take the staff, so she's separated from it.
I mean, I'll carry the staff, I guess. Well, no. Yeah, I guess I'll carry the staff.
You take the staff.
Someone who isn't me touch the staff.
Yeah.
I will pick up the staff and I will hand it to Jorman.
All right. You do so. She's got a pretty firm grasp on it, but it's not enough that you're not able to somewhat easily remove.
All right.
Come on, lady, give it up.
All right, Mirrodin, you pick up the lady.
Carefully,
Yep.
gently, politely.
As you start removing her from the coffin, she stays asleep, and you're able to like slump her over your
She's
shoulder or whatever.
asleep, or just
Well,
dead and looks
it-
asleep?
Looks dead, but doesn't look
Not
dead.
in any
they
way
look
rotten.
asleep. Yeah, there's no signs of decay. You don't see any
Does she
blood.
have like a pulse or is she breathing?
You can check.
I can check her. Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, I've got
So-
healing or I've got medicine.
Oh, okay. You're probably more qualified for that than I am.
It's a dirty 20.
You notice she doesn't appear to have a pulse and doesn't appear to be breathing, but she hasn't decayed in any way.
I super don't trust this. So
I don't either, which is why I'm making mistakes.
You don't see
listen,
any
before you make
signs
that mistake,
as you're like investigating, you don't see any like stabs,
cause of death or anything.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't determine.
Let's
anything
get our
like that.
rope out and let's, tie her up.
Tie the hands.
Eye up the defenseless woman that we're
Yep.
stealing.
Oh God. When you put it that way, it sounds so bad.
It's not. We're protecting ourselves from a possible
I
vampire.
mean, I'm just carrying a staff.
I'd like to put some, right in the teeth there too, so I don't get my ears nibbled off.
You're gonna
we
bind
fully
and gag her.
Uh-huh. Yep.
we
That's
bind
so
and
wrong.
gag
All right.
this,
Defenseless
Woman.
lady. Yep.
and then Dan picks her up, and hopefully we'll pick
This
up
is
that
some
crown
Han
on the
Solo
way up.
shit.
It is. We're rescuing
Shut up, princess, and get in the
someone-
back of the Millennium
Yeah.
Falcon.
Yeah.
But it's as you're doing this, as you're removing it from the coffin, you hear metal clinking around behind you, similar to what it did in the room before. But you've separated all of the bits of armor apart.
So
And
it's just rattling around.
so all the piles seem to be trying to fuse themselves together. And there's like a pile of torsos that are like clinking together. And they seem to be forming like a snake almost
Torso
out
Tron.
of just the torsos. But it's
Gentlemen, I think it's time to book it.
Yeah, let's get to stepping. We'll make sure on the way out we grab that tiara.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the floor upstairs, so
And the shield, just in case.
just
Yep.
yeah.
Sure.
Nothing else we can chuck it, Captain America style.
That's right. There's another suit of armor that probably needs a bashing.
Yep.
And the only thing that seems to be able to actually pursue you, though, is the giant pile of arms and legs
Yeah,
of
course
this
they
suit.
can.
Yeah.
It just seems to be this mass, and it's
Is it like a Katamari of arms and legs?
a little bit,
Are they just arranged in a giant pinwheel?
sort of, yeah. It's just a ball. It's
Oh,
kind of
God.
like half rolling, half. So I'm assuming you are just trying to run past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone give me a dexterity check. See
Man. See if we can sneak
see if
that
you
shit.
notice it and you're able to run out before it's able
18
to
for me.
notice you.
Would acrobatics also count?
It's more of a dexterity save. It's you're trying to make sure that you're not. It's like both reacting to it and running.
I did as bad as I could.
Oh yes.
Well, you
Okay.
are carrying the lady, which
Right.
makes sense.
So
Throw a
uh,
long pass.
I think everyone, both Dan and Jake fail, but Eddie and
Yeah.
Chuck, you successfully make it out or to the stone platform. You look like you can
Yeah.
leave, but you see,
Clerks just do it better.
yeah, you see, Jake and Dan are not quite having the same success. They got kind of a late start, didn't quite get the memo, and are running partially through the room as this mass amalgamation of hands and legs catches up to the both of them and it tries to latch on. So it's got a few hands around your ankles and your shoulders.
Oh no.
It's trying to hold you in place.
It's a grapple. It's a grapple. Well,
You are both grappled, unable to move until you break out with a athletics check.
Very well.
Are we able to take that right now, or do we have to wait?
That's where we go back to initiative.
No.
We're going to use the same
No.
order as last time.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
extra no. Extra no. Because that means I'm after the bad guys.
Nah, I'm moving where they were at.
Okay. All right.
So they took their turn. So they're effectively last.
I
Okay,
am
so
going to
Jake,
try to break this
you are
grapple.
first.
You
Try and
can't
break
break these cuffs.
So you do so. You send a few of the bits of armor flying off across the room as you pull yourself out. You're now free. Anything else you're doing?
I think that's about it. All I can do.
You still have your movement, or so it's basically: are you deciding to run out, or are you going to stay and try and help Dan? Get
I
out of
will
this.
stay to try to help, but I will do that on my next turn.
Okay. You do so.
Yes.
Then Chuck, you're kind of at the end of the room, but you see that Dan is still trapped inside of this mass of arms and legs made out of armor.
You should do better.
Yeah, should we just look at the door, Chuck, and just kind of dun 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 and get on out?
Listen, I'll do the bare minimum.
I can't help that crit fail dice.
I will cast Toll the Dead, and I will attack both the giant ball of arms and legs. They both need to make a DC 15 Wisdom save,
Okay.
and if they fail, they take 11.
Oh, it's one pile.
Oh, okay.
Because like
It's
you
just
threw
that
all the
many
arms and
arms and
legs
legs.
together, it's just like this giant thing of arms and
Akira
legs.
style pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit like
All
that.
right. Then, yeah. 15 Wisdom save, or they take 11 points of damage.
Okay. It fails.
Good.
So I'm not going to say a ball of arms and legs has any positive modifier to wisdom.
Right?
So it takes 11
This thing's gonna
damage.
be dumb as a brick, but it's gonna have like 400 HP.
Hey, it's got a lot of hands-on experience.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Gets a real leg up on the
I'm
competition.
sorry to disappoint you.
It's walked a lot of miles in those shoes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
man.
this, you guys would know from all the suits of armor, there were 5 on each side. So this is 10,
10 pairs of
pairs
hands
of
and
arms
legs.
and legs
Good God,
amalgamated together.
that is a lot of limbs.
Yeah.
That's 40 limbs.
It is.
It's a mess.
Yep.
That is a shit-kicking machine.
But that takes the damage. Dan, your turn.
I'm gonna preemptively bardic inspiration myself,
Okay.
and I'm gonna roll my athletics and see if I spend it. I think I won't.
Okay. 17, you're able to break free. You do so. Same thing as Jake. A few arms and legs and things are sent flying across the room and seem to not be animated once they leave the ball. You're now free to move about.
All right, I will probably get to hauling her out for the moment. but
Okay.
Still try and support Jake as I go. So I'll take my full movement that I can.
Awesome. You do so, and you run past Jake and are at the end of the room with everyone else. Eddie, doing anything?
Jake, did you bust free?
I did.
He's free. He's just kind of standing close to it because he wasn't sure. If,
He just hasn't left. Okay.
Right.
He's covered for me.
Right. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, I'll just lob a firebolt at it.
Okay. Do it.
That is a 10. That is woeful. Jesus Christ.
It does not hit.
It
You'd
is-
think a giant ball of arms and legs would be easier to hit.
Yep, you'd think.
Okay.
they're just all over the place though.
Hmm.
So I guess I will yell strong words of encouragement. Volo, get your ass moving. And that will end my turn.
Okay. With
Get your
that,
ass to Mars.
it is the ball of arms and legs turn.
No.
So it's Jake, you're pretty much the only one within range of it. As it scoots itself. Some of the hands are pulling, and some of the legs are also. They're not really able to effectively walk in this mass, so they're just kind of like pulling themselves with
Kicking
the heel.
and scooting.
Yeah, trying to kick themselves over there.
Yeah. So it does so, and a bunch of arms and even some legs try and pull you in.
Like a dozen toddlers duct taped together trying to scoot across the floor.
It's going to make a attack.
Oh boy.
Hold on. Gotta...
Well, that's an awfully presumptuous question, Poison.
There's the beer of the night.
4 of these limbs swipe at you. Only 2 connect.
The answer is alcohol and never.
I am technically not wearing pants right now.
Well, there
I'm
you
wearing
go.
shorts.
Oh, you should have just left it technically not wearing pants.
So, Jake, you are going to take 14 damage between the 2 that hit you.
Oh, no.
And as a part of being hit, they get to make a grapple against you. So give me your resist athletics.
All right.
Resist.
25.
Oh, look at that. My
Nice.
Clear
goodness.
it.
Nice.
Polo is mighty.
So they don't latch onto you. They hit and are trying to grab free, and you're able to still break away. And then it goes to your turn. So everyone else has
Hooray.
passed it and seem to be well outside of its range within 1 turn. So
Yeah. We're just, tapping our feet, checking our sundial, waiting on Jake.
yep.
Yep. In that case, let's use my action to disengage and then get the hell out of there.
All right. Good that you decided to do that.
Yep.
Because this is going to do the same thing. So
Yeah.
you disengage and run away. And you make
Yep.
it out to the edge of the room, just like everyone else. It's once you all
Closing
leave
that
like the
door.
bottom floor area, it seems to slow down a lot, almost kind of de-animate. And the ball kind of slumps forward and breaks apart, and all these pieces of armor just kind of keep up in a pile in the middle of the room.
Hooray.
Yay, we beat a monster of our own making.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did help that turn
Yeah.
into worse than what
I
it
don't know
seemed.
if we made it worse or better.
I feel like
I mean-
I feel like it was better. 1 target instead of 10 is a much better idea.
Yeah,
Well, instead
Yeah.
5. Was it? It was
10.
Well, 5 on
wasn't
each side, wouldn't it?
5 on each side.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take 1 ball of half animate limbs over 5. On
Yeah, I'd
each
say that
side.
was significantly better than 10 entities being able to block your path and attack you.
I just
Yeah.
imagine all the heads joining together trying to yes-no their way over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were trying to do that. The
imagine they were
torsos
also
were almost
Katamari.
forming a snake, but some of them were like forming to the armholes and kind of making it worse.
Oh God. What if it actually made like a Voltron out of torsos?
So it's just kind of this like convulsing pile of torsos.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Have
kind of
you ever
It's
horrifying.
seen-
like looks like one of those those evolution simulations people run sometimes.
Oh God,
Oh,
where some
God.
things go horribly wrong.
It's just like a bunch of random limbs trying to move.
You ever seen a disembodied torso try and twerk itself to death?
Now you have.
Here
All
I
right.
We
am.
have.
Now you have. And
So,
now that that's in our brains, let's leave.
Let's leave.
You guys make it back up to the stairs. Are you doing anything else in this dungeon, or are you just heading out?
I think we're
I'm grabbing
getting,
the tiara on the way out,
Yeah.
but that's
Yep.
it.
the shield and our
And the
immovable
immovable
rod
Okay.
that we don't actually know what it did for us.
So as you guys are leaving, you go and you're about to cross over this. Because in the water room, there was basically like it was divided into thirds, sort of. 2 are like these ground level stone just pathways, I guess, and then
Snap.
the middle
That's what it was,
third of
just
the
dropped
room.
another 500 bits.
Oh yeah, thanks for the bits.
Ooh,
Awesome. But the middle third
big
of the room
spender.
kind of dropped down and was like water,
Oh, I'm never doing that again.
and that middle third of the room, when you guys came into it, had metal like poles stretched over it, and you were able to walk across those to get to the other side. But now that you're coming back through this room, you don't see those poles stretched across, and you just see this pool of water that's a few feet below the floor level. And where the poles were, there's like these holes along the other side of the stone.
Is there no way to cross then?
You'd be able to
Without
but
wading through it?
yeah, it looks like you'd have to wade through the water
Oh no. I don't like water.
unless someone was able to like get across, and you guys could probably tie a rope to something and shimmy across. But it looks like at least one person would have to walk through, unless you have a way.
How
to get
far a
rope
gap
across.
is it?
There are pillars in the room.
Wait. We got Conrad back, right?
Yep.
We just send Conrad over there.
Okay.
There you go.
So, you tell Conrad to go through, and Conrad drops into the water and starts trudging across. And as he's walking across, you hear like pinging of metal as if something's trying to hit him from under the water. And he's kind of slow as you see like these fish sort of swell around him. If you've ever seen like a school of piranhas attack something.
See, I knew this was a bad idea.
But it kind of stops swelling after a little bit, as there's not really much for them to bite out of Conrad, because he doesn't have any flesh on him.
He's not meaty.
Armor and bone. So they attack him for a little bit, but kind of quickly give up, and he walks through. He's able to climb up on the other side and is standing there.
Gosh, this would be a great time for 10 series floating discs that I don't think anybody has.
Nope.
don't think
I can
have
mend
anything-
stuff.
I don't think I have anything cool either, for that matter. What a disappointment.
We just
So how
gotta
we
make
get-
it across, right?
All we gotta do is make it across.
Well,
I have an idea.
yeah.
Snake meat.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
idea.
That is a
Let's
good
go
idea.
toss those snake bodies in, and then we'll all just run across.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
There's
Also,
some thinking
there's
right there.
I'll head
still-
back to grab some snake.
Awesome. Yeah, you do such. You go back. There's still two giant snake corpses. And then this length of the water is pretty long. So, what is there any particular place you're throwing these corpses, or?
It ends.
On the farthest end away
It
from
ends.
us.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, I think right beside the platform we're on would be a good place. So that way, once we get further out and they run out of snake, they'll have to swim farther to get us.
Yep.
Okay. So are you saying, like in the center of this?
I'd put it off to one side and then we can go along the other side.
Okay.
Like we can put it on like the side. We can put it on our end, but like off to the
Right.
right or something. We'll just kind of
Like,
shimmy
think
along
about
the
this
left.
room as like a rectangle,
Mhm.
and
Right.
there's like this
Right.
middle section in the rectangle that's just water. So it's
Right.
longer than it is, but you're like crossing on the short.
Oh, okay.
right,
I see. It's
right, there's like
wider
a
than it
left
is
or a
long.
Yeah,
right side.
let's toss it as
Yeah,
far
throw
as
it
we
on the
can
far
down one
end, and
side.
then we'll go. Yeah,
That works too. Put it all the way to the left and we cross on the right.
Yep.
yeah, something like that.
All right. So you do so. You push these giant snake corpses in, and immediately they're swelled by all these piranhas, happily eaten away. And you go to the other side, and they're still munching. Like they seem to almost pay no attention. That side starts kind of filling with the blood of the snakes, but you get on the other side, and what now? Going to get your immovable rod?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So you go to the other side. You cross where the Minotaur was, and you find where you had it propped, blocking the lever. The lever is all the way on the other side now, and the movable rod's sitting on the ground next to it.
What?
Oh. Oh
Okay.
boy.
Why
How did
was
that
the-
happen?
What was the immovable rod protecting us from?
You
We
had
don't
it.
know.
You'd pulled the lever, and you didn't know what the lever did.
Was
And
it the grates in that floor down there?
You're not sure.
Okay. Well, that's my gut feeling.
You could test that.
Yeah, well, we can just pull the lever.
Yeah. Okay. I'll pick up my
Pull some
movable rod though.
levers. Pull
Okay.
some levers.
I'm perturbed that the movable rod somehow moved.
It seems like it was no longer movable and just kind of got knocked by the side. It looks like it kind of slid down and just fell after a moment.
Mm.
It's an ineffectual, immovable rod.
Yeah, well, we don't know what
Temporarily
the...
immovable rod.
It's been getting a
Yeah.
little older, hasn't been lasting as long.
Yeah,
Needs to give it
I
a little
mean-
blue pill to help it last longer.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't actually know what the time frame on it staying active is.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would be a fair safety measure to build into an immovable rod. It's immovable.
Well, we know it. We
but
know
only
it's
for a
not
little
long
bit.
enough to have to call the doctor. So
Yeah,
And probably easier to enchant as well.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, they used a lesser soul gem on it.
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
it. I would say,
just some kids or something.
yeah.
But
Let's
yeah, if you're wanting to
Small
test, you
souls.
pull that lever, you go back to the other room, and you do see the metal poles that stretched across the ground that let you cross
Okay.
before are there.
All
And
right.
after a
Well,
while, once that lever ticks back, they retract.
that was worth something. I'll pocket it and we'll figure out how long it lasts later.
Yep.
I believe we
Hooray.
leave
Yeah, let's
Yes.
get out of here.
so we can find our next X marks the spot and hop in our car and go for a ride.
Yeah.
Yep. You estimate, you know that thing. You're not sure exactly when it would have given up, but your guess is anywhere between an hour and 30 minutes would be how long it lasts. Maybe
Okay.
less.
I figure one night I can just stick it on a wall and then wait.
Sure.
So I'll
Yeah,
do that
you'd be able to
at
test
the end
that.
of a session or something like that.
Yeah. Fair enough. So, you guys leave. You go to climb up that ladder, and you find yourself in the town. It's getting a little bit later in the evening, and so the sun's down at this point, and you see people in the town kind of scurrying about, getting ready to go to bed. But
Are
as
they-
you,
so they've praised the sun already for the day.
yep. Um,
Are they still angry with us?
So as you are coming out of this door, you see that there is a bunch of kids that were kind of gathered around the top, and they're all like looking at it, and they seemed very intrigued because this has never been opened before. And whenever the first of you climb up, I imagine maybe like Volo or one of you get up to the top of the ladder. They see your head, and they all scream like, "Ah, people are back!" And then they run back into the village.
Flee from Volo as I climb out of the hole.
Booga booga booga!
You notice there are some like rocks and sticks and things that appear to
She
have
just
been
like
thrown down
chucked the
hole.
body of the woman up there on top without showing our heads at all. She just comes out and lands on the ground.
Yeah, you definitely hear some screams. You've noticed that
The
they've-
earth has belched up a body.
right. You notice that they seem to have thrown some like rocks and sticks and things into the hole that the ladder led. So there's a whole bunch of just like random debris and stuff at the bottom.
Just debris and crap in the
yeah,
hole.
that they threw.
Nice.
When you climb up to the top and they start running around. They run back to their parents and things. They're like tugging on their clothes and saying like the people are back, and they're kind of like looking around. What? Where? And you
They're
notice
blind. Why are they looking
Most of
around
them
saying
are-
where?
most of them appear to be blind, and yeah, just as it was
Well,
before.
Where? Over there, and then we run away.
I
Yeah.
think that we should probably do that.
Start
in fact.
ushering their kids inside their houses, and hear a whole bunch of people yelling, "Leave us be!"
Can do.
Yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
definitely down for that. But as we're leaving town, I'll be like, these messages were brought to you by Eternal Darkness. Fuck your son. And then we'll roll out.
You hear some people cry out in horror, and they're, "How dare you say such awful things. And
I know. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
You guys lost. That's why.
Just
thanks for
rubbing their
the
noses in
soul.
it.
All right, make it
All right,
out.
yeah, let's get
Start
back
traveling
to our
back.
sweet ass car.
Yeah.
Start walking back. It's the same day as it was before. You're pretty much just right outside of this town. When it would be time for you guys to make camp. So
Excellent.
imagine you guys do as such.
Yeah.
Post up for the night.
Yep, I'll set my little canary on watch.
Yep.
Parrot.
You do such. Uneventful night.
I-
You don't
Yeah.
run into anything. I imagine, Chuck, you do your recasting of your animate dead, keep Conrad alive for another night.
Yes, I do.
Did you
Alright.
have enough spell slots for it?
I do have enough. I made sure to keep a spell slot to keep Conrad alive. I was just looking to see if I had enough spell
Yay.
slots to animate the Minotaur.
Oh,
Uh,
spice it up a little bit.
well, I was going to
This-
just make Conrad number 11.
Yeah.
But
The sack of Minotaur parts.
yeah, I don't. So I'll just make a Minotaur tomorrow. So yeah, I just
Ooh,
recast the
ooh.
regular.
But I do.
Do you have?
I've got animate dead, yeah. And I've got one spell slot left.
Does everybody
you
have
wanna-
animate dead but me?
You just I'm not a full necromancer. I'm just like a journeyman necromancer.
Yeah.
So I haven't earned my my Weebelo badge yet or
Well,
anything.
yeah. If you want
so-
the Minotaur schedule to make you your own assistant,
hell yeah. That
I'll
sounds
gladly
like
hand it
that's
over.
awesome. Let's have a
Alright.
second assistant then. More manual labor.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Yep. So I'm gonna burn that slot and animate the hell out of them bones.
Okay.
I like the cleanliness of bones as opposed to the sloppiness of a meat bag zombie.
Yeah. And there's no smell.
Yep.
Yeah, no smell. That's
Yeah.
Makes it
that's a
easier
plus.
to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we rest
Alright.
for the night?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You have your skeleton bros watch out as you sleep.
100%.
Nothing much happens. Just some, sounds of nature or whatever, but you don't hear anything alarming. None of your skeletons are alerted to anything, and neither is your crystal parrot, Dan. The morning passes. You start making your way back to the road, and around that same place that you saw that long trail of zombies, you see another, or maybe the same, long trail of zombies
Oh man.
still walking slowly, marching.
So they sorted themselves out at this point.
Yeah, you don't see the bunch anymore. And so you're not sure if they rejoined with the previous group or maybe they decided to go in a random direction. But you still see just this super long conga chain of zombies walking across the path.
Okay.
Do we want to try and cheat them again or just plow through them?
We're in the vehicle, right? Or we're on foot.
Not to
You're
the
on foot,
vehicle
yeah.
yet.
You haven't made it back to the road yet. You're
I would
just kind of at
say
from the other
just
side.
for safety's sake, let's try and cheat them.
Okay.
It
I'll
worked
do the
really
same
well last
thing.
time.
I'll send Conrad down there to make a little loop.
Okay.
We'll sneak through the gap, and then I'll have Conrad slip off.
Give me another charisma check.
Oh, right there. It's an 18.
It's pretty
All
good
right.
again.
You do such. So Conrad walks out. They kind of ignore him, and he slots himself in. They eventually make some space, and you direct him to start trying to break the chain again. And he does such. He walks off in another random direction and starts looping around, and you make another jumbled mess of zombies. And you're able to kind of go where you made the break in this chain and pass on through. Eventually, he is able to make it out in the chaos. You've made
Cool.
another roadblock in this chain.
We're probably pissing somebody off somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They seem
Fight
to be marching deeper into the continent of Renem. It's like the direction that you know of.
Hmm. Good God, I don't know. My notes are a mess.
I don't know. I'm cool with just going back to the car, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
what town were we near again? What's the town with the blind people?
You didn't have a name for it.
Okay, I'm
didn't
calling
ask.
blind people town.
Yep. That wasn't marked or anything. This isn't like a known location. It's just one that you guys happened across. And you didn't really talk to them in a way that they would have said who they were.
Told us anything?
Yeah. You just know it's a bunch
Oh,
of
maybe
blind
it
people
should
that
be
stare at the sun
blind
too
people
much.
that praise the sun.
Yep.
I'm just noting where the zombies were.
Right.
Yeah. To the
To
car.
the car.
Okay.
Shotgun.
So you make it back, and you see
He's gonna
that
call shotgun.
Gregor, I believe it was his name, that runs your little steam car now. He's since finished patching up the balloon, and it's been rolled up and is neatly like bundled on top of the cart. And he's just kind of sitting out there waiting for you guys. And he, as he sees you coming over the hill, kind of perks up and starts hobbling around waving. He's like, about time you guys made it back.
True that.
Did you find everything you were looking for? As he's looking at the girl that you guys have slumped over the
We
shoulder.
found something. Have you ever seen
Yeah.
this?
Is she dead?
We don't know. We don't know.
I mean, look at her and all like.
Weekend at Bernie's or
And he'll like
Yeah.
Yeah.
poke her in the forehead and leaves this like black stain from his hands on. He's like,
Oh,
hmm.
okay.
cleaned it off.
Clean that up.
what do you want with this one?
I don't know.
Nothing. I mean, it's part of the job. We gotta.
They told us to get everything, and this
Deliver
counts as a thing. I think.
You're employed by some weird people, sounds like.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
I come from, this is just called pillaging.
Just like yourself.
Yeah, looks like it.
Employed by some weird people.
I suppose you're not wrong there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Brought her back for you to steam power her.
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh,
need
no.
Put some
An
gears in
access-
her knees so she can get to walking again.
There you
Get
go.
an exoskeleton for her, please.
Oh,
right.
could
So
I have
what are we-
my Minotaur skeleton friend just kind of sort of shimmy his way into her robes or whatever and kind of animate her so she can walk on her
I-
own?
I think
That's
he's,
really weird.
Hello.
I think he's bigger than her, possibly.
Yeah.
We could just have the Minotaur just carry her.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would
that'd
work
probably work a
easier.
little bit better.
I'm trying to have fun with it.
Yeah. All right.
Alfred, pick up the lady.
She does so. But,
So where exactly are we supposed to?
So you're supposed to be going north from here along the road for a few more days to, I believe you named it Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We did.
Yeah.
And there was going to be a town that you were told to bring everything you found.
Okay.
Oot.
I'm a little hesitant to turn her in until we know more, but
I don't give a shit.
okay.
Let's
All
go
right.
to Sioux Falls.
All right.
And with that, I believe that's another good place to take a break. We're almost at an hour, and it's kind of a clean cut. You have to
Okay.
do some more travel and things. So when we get back, we'll pick back up. They've made it back to their cart. They'll be making their way to Sioux Falls, Renem, and we'll see what they find there.
Do a little
Sounds
wilderness
good.
travel.
Back.
Ooh.
So, thanks to everyone that's tuned in so far. We're gonna take a quick break and see you in a bit.
Bye.
We'll be right back. Thanks for watching.